People today, they could spend half their lives over 50. That's a lot of living. So it helps to have a wise friend and fierce defender in your corner. A friend like AARP. So your health lives longer.
This is just slow-mo karate?
Just slow-mo karate.
Your money lives longer.
I just bought that.
I just sold that.
And your happiness lives longer. That's why the younger you are, the more you need AARP. Join today.
Hello, my name is Jeff Scott, an Associate State Director for AARP Illinois. AARP is a nonprofit, nonpartisan member organization and has been working to promote the health and well-being of older Americans for more than 60 years. AARP is proud to represent all those who are 50 plus in Illinois and our 1.7 million members. And we thank you for the opportunity to be your wise friend and fierce defender. Our mission is to enhance the quality of life as we age, leading positive social change and delivering value to members through advocacy, service, and information. At AARP, we know that staying fit is one of the pillars of healthy living, and we want to help you guide your fitness journey. Physical activity can boost memory, improve thinking, even lower dementia risks, and it's not too late to start. Have a wonderful class and enjoy, and thank you.
Hello, my name is Gail Herzog and I'm with Senior Services Plus. We're so happy to share our practice with our AARP friends today. So today is going to be a chair yoga practice. And so I'm just going to show you the chair I have, and you can have whatever chair that is comfortable for you to use at home. But it might be a good idea for there not to be any bulky arms in the way or anything like that. So just find yourself in a seated position and just let yourself slow down, slow your breathing down. Letting yourself know that you're about to enjoy a mind, body, spirit, and emotions yoga practice. Breathing in and breathing out. And on every inhale, we open, we expand, we welcome. And on every exhale, we release, we let go, we surrender. Beautiful. The feet are pointed straight ahead, anchored down into the floor or the earth. We think of it as the earth. Imagine that you have roots growing right out of the very bottom of your feet, anchoring you into the energy of the earth, nourishing you, enriching you. The belly is engaged slightly. The head is being elevated upwards. We imagine that we have a beautiful golden thread starting at the very base of our spine, lifting us up, 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 lifting the crown of the head up into the heavens, reminding ourselves that as human beings on this earth, we are smack dab in the middle between heaven and earth, the energies flowing and sharing both of those directions, receiving and sharing both the energies from the heavens and the earth. Check your alignment, the ear, shoulder, hips are all in a nice, beautiful straight line, getting that beautiful elongated posture. Exhale. Let's begin by letting our chin drop down to the chest and roll over to the right shoulder as we inhale. Exhaling, crossing the body as we let the chin make its way over to the left shoulder. Continue following that at your own pace, your own rhythm. Imagine that you're drawing a beautiful smiley face across the body. And you're giving the message to all 70 trillion of our wonderful cells to smile. We're moving laterally, painting that gorgeous smiley face across the body. See if you find the corners of your lips starting to turn up in a gorgeous, welcoming smile. See if you notice your eyes twinkling. Never forget the power of the thoughts that you think, the messages that you're telling yourself over and over and over again subconsciously. Because the cells are always listening. Beautiful. SMILE. According to Chun-Mi Lin, the director of Spring Forest Qigong. It stands for Start My Internal Love Engine. And we all know that the smile is that universal language. So giving that message to ourselves, all of our cells. Yeah. Let's try smiling. Last one. Beautiful. As you complete that, just let the head fall back to that neutral position with the eyes looking forward. Let the hands drop down to the side. Let them just shake out. Excellent. We're going to come into our loose coat sleeves. So we'll imagine that we have a jacket draped over our shoulders, but we're not going to put our arms in. And then we're just going to swing the arms to one side and then to the other side. Leaving the belly engaged as we do this. Leaving the eyes looking straight ahead. As we move through our yoga practice, we're invited to set an intention. What particular energy would you like to call to mind today in your practice with? Is there some particular habit that you have that's no longer serving you well to let you live your best life? If so, you might think, yeah, you know what, that's going to be my intention. I think I might relax and think about letting that go. Or is there a quality that you would like to plant, enhance in your life that becomes an excellent and inherent part of your own essence of self? Is there a person that you would like to lift today? Your thoughts and your spirits and your yoga practice. And is there a cause bigger than you that you would like to unite your practice with? It doesn't matter what it is. It's always kind of a nice habit to have an intention with our practice. We're going to add to this by taking one hand, crossing your body, finding the upper chest, right below the shoulder, while we take the opposite hand behind, tapping right above the waistline. As we do our loose coat sleeve, we're adding this little zigzag. We're tapping into those meridian lines, those various energy lines that move throughout the body. Bringing us up. Noticing what you notice. We imagine that we have our own personal little notebook where we're jotting down our observations about what's happening with our breathing. Are we allowing the body to breathe itself in a natural, smooth, easy rhythm? Or are we gripping, tightening, tensing, waiting to exhale? Secondly, sensations. What physical things do you notice going on? Are you like me? Do you hear some grinding, popping, cracking, crunching in the joints? What about what's going on with the bones, the tendons, the ligaments, muscles, blood flow, nerve endings? What do you notice physically? And then finally, how does it make you feel? Those emotions, issues in our tissues. Last one. And then we'll just let the arms once again dangle down to the side and just let them shake out. Excellent. Now, let's open up the palms and let the palms face opposite walls. And once again, I want to check on my alignment. Oh, today I did something different. My usual tendency is that my right foot wants to sneak up ahead of my left foot. Today it was my left foot going forward. What do you notice about your habits? And sometimes they seem like they're very small details, like little subtle details, but when we add them all up, it makes a big difference in the effectiveness of our practice. Okay, so palms are facing opposite walls. We're going to let the arms float up to shoulder height. Palms are facing upward. We are going to make our way to the top of the head by wiggling the little fingers, the pinkies, on both hands. Float, then the rings. Float, middles. Float, pointers. Float, thumbs. Float, we're at the top. Clap. Pause. Take a 6-count inhale through the nose. Flip, so backs of the palms are touching. Take a 6-count exhale, also through the nose. Then we'll let the arms float down to shoulder height. Palms are facing downward. Now, on our return trip, we're going to start with the thumbs on both hands. Float. Pointers. Float. Middles. Float. Rings. Float. Pinkies. Float. Back to the starting place and shake it out. Round 2. Palms fall open, arms float up. Palms are facing up, and on our trip, we start with pinkies. Float upwards, rings. Float, middles. Float, pointers. Float, thumbs. Float right at the top. Clap. Pause. 6-count inhale through the nose. Flip, so backs of the palms are touching. 6-count exhale, also through the nose. Arms float down to shoulder height, palms are facing down. On our return trip, wiggle the thumbs on both hands. Float, pointers, float, middles, float, rings, float, pinkies, float back to the starting place, and let's shake that out. Great. Round 3, last one. This time, just pay attention. You get me wrong. Just what do you notice about yourself? Is it easier for you to isolate fingers and wiggle them simultaneously when the palms are facing up or down? You can't be wrong. Just see what you notice about yourself. Check your alignment. Here we go. Arms float up. Palms are facing upward. We wiggle pinkies. Rings. Middles. Pointers. Thumbs. We're at the top. Clap. A 6-count inhale through the nose. Flip, so backs of the palms are touching. A 6-count exhale, also through the nose. Arms float down to shoulder height. Palms are facing downward. Returning for our final trip, we start with thumbs. Float, pointers, float, middles, float, rings, float, pinkies, float. Back to the starting place and shake it out. What'd you notice about yourself, huh? I bet you did a great job. Yeah. Now we're going to bring the arms in front, also at shoulder height. And just check in with yourself on how you're doing. A lot of these things, they seem like they're simple, but they're kind of hard to do. So we're going to open and close the hands at varying speeds. So fast as you go for yourself. You can't be wrong. And then slow, like you're going through thick, yummy, sweet molasses. Fast. Slow. Fast. Slow. Excellent. Now we're going to twist the hands so the backs of the palms are facing each other. Fast. Slow. Fast. Slow. Fast. Slow. Good. Now twist so the palms are facing each other. Fast. Slow. Fast. Slow. Fast. Slow. And finally, twist so that the palms are facing upwards. Fast. Slow. Fast. Slow. Fast. Excellent. Now let the hands drop down to the side and let them out. You know, there's 27 bones in each of our hands. So that's 54 bones. So it's very important for us to keep them rocking and rolling because that's over a fourth of the bones that the average adult human has. So you want to give them some attention. Say nothing of the fact that those of us who have the different itises going on and carpal tunnels and issues with tennis elbow and all kinds of things. But we want to keep moving because we know that motion is lotion. So every time we move, we signal the internal spa fluids, spa lotions to release. Like we give ourselves a little internal massage. Let's come into our seated cat-cow, otherwise known as the forward and backward movement of the spine, spinal extensions and flexions. So I like to find my hands on the bottom of the seat of the chair. Just gives a nice anchoring. And then just to begin with, we'll inhale as we let our head drop back between the shoulders as we look up and inhale. Arching back as much as we want to, as much as feels right for us. Don't force your head to go any further back than it naturally wants to go. That is your spot. Now the counterpart to that pose, the cat, is just the opposite. Where we draw the belly to the back of the spine, round the shoulders, drop the chin to the chest as we look down and exhale. for our cat, otherwise known as spinal flexion. Now continue to do your cow-cat, following your own pattern of breathing, challenging yourself to go more slowly than you usually would go. See if maybe you can incorporate that 6-6 pattern of breathing, where we breathe in 6 on the inhale in our cow pose. And we breathe out 6 on the exhale on our cat. I suggest that pattern of breathing because it's called coherent breathing, breathing for longevity. When we breathe a 6 count on the inhale and the exhale, that slows our breathing down to 5 breaths per minute, which is great. The average healthy adult takes 15 breaths per minute. When we practice this coherent breathing, it has lots of benefits. Physically, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. Breathe. We can take that portable practice with us wherever we go. Let's take one last full, complete cow-cat, spinal extension and flexion. As we finish that, let's just look ahead, float back up to that neutral position, the eyes looking forward. And once again, just letting the hands fall down and shake out. Let's find ourselves coming up to standing. If that works for you. Just take your time. Oh, that's my knees popping, if you hear that. And then I'm going to make my way to the side of my chair. I'm using my left hand to hold on to the back of the chair. My left leg is the one that's right next to the back leg of the chair. It's going to be my anchoring leg here. I'm going to first start off with coming into our little pedaling of the feet here. Flexibility, agility, mobility, strength, and stability. We want to incorporate those things as often as we can. We want to think about our balancing, because it's very important. Pausing. We know that the statistics are that 1 out of every 3 of us age 65 plus is likely to have a fall within the calendar year. And the biggest indicator of our ability to remain upright is the strength in our legs and in our buttocks. So let's practice this. Lift that. Now lift that right leg up. We're going to tap down 10 times. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And pedaling it out. Always honoring your body and knowing what is the best thing for you to do. For example, if standing up is not a thing that you're doing at the moment, do that from your chair. It's perfectly fine. We're going to do that once again. Put that right leg up. Tap. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Great. Now pedal that out again. Now we're going to come into our kickstand tree pose. So that left leg next to the chair leg is going to be the trunk of our tree. We're going to come up onto our toes of our right foot, taking the heel and kicking it into the left ankle. See what that's like for you. And begin by raising the right arm if you would like. We all know that an orchard has all kinds of trees in it. So see what works well for you. And our balance changes. Really does our balance change day to day? It changes throughout the day. So if you find yourself wobbly, I often do, then just say, okay, let's just see what I can make work best for myself today. Now, we have our whole hand in the back of the chair, so you can kind of experiment with it. You can say, okay, let me try to come down to your fingers, maybe one, and then if you feel like it, say, okay, you know what? I think I can bring both of them up. And then you have it, whatever option you like to express your tree today. Sometimes people bring their hands together or interlace fingers, pointing the pointers. Sometimes they just let their hands come wide and loose and sway in the wind as though you're beautiful trees swaying in the wind so that the branches don't get immediately broken in those stormy days like we've been having sometimes. Okay, excellent. We'll bring the left hand back down to the chair to anchor us for stability. Let the right hand come back down. Bring the feet together and pedal. Now we're going to come just around the back of the chair. Take both of the hands to the back of the chair. Take your legs and your hips. Just let them go back as far as you comfortably can. Once again, we're not forcing it. And we're going to engage the belly. You're going to really hold that belly in. In yoga, it's called a bandha or a lock. Because when we do that, it helps, not only does it help to strengthen our core, which always is a good thing, but it reduces the possibility of injury and helps to protect our lower back. Okay, so this is a downward facing dog position in chair yoga. Now, as you're here, you feel that nice stretch on the low back of your shoulders, the backs of the legs. Now, take the knees and bend them. I'll just show you what I'm doing. Just bend the knees. And then once again, come back. And just the act of bending the knees sometimes lets us realize, oh my gosh, I can switch my feet back a little bit further. See if you notice that happens for you. Maybe not. Try it, let's see. Holding that close, looking down, and doing that beautiful breathing. Take one last breath here, and then we'll just walk ourselves up. Excellent. Take a breath. Release the left hand, let the right hand stay on the back of the chair and walk around to the other side of the chair. And this time, the right leg is the one that's going to be our trunk of our tree, our anchoring leg. And we're going to start by pedaling out. Good. Pausing. Lift the left leg up. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come back again. Pedal it out. Ask yourself this question. Why do I notice this when I'm on this side compared to the other side? Jot your observations down. The longer that we do yoga, the more we're able to be a keen witness of what's going on with us and learn how to describe it in great detail. Excellent. Round 2. Put that left leg up. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Settle it out. And now we're going to come into our kickstand tree pose on this side. This time it's our right foot, that's the trunk. Come up onto the toes, pick the left heel into the right ankle. Excellent. We begin by lifting the left arm up. Check in and see how you're feeling. A lot of times one side is more wobbly than the other side. This is definitely my wobbliest side, so we'll see how this goes. And see how it is for you to elevate both arms upward. Once again, finding your tree expression. Arms can come together, stay apart, come into pointed fingers as the other ones are interlaced. Doesn't matter, it's whatever you choose to do. You might want to choose to sway in the wind. Last breath here. Beautiful, then bring right hand down to the back of the chair. Left hand comes down to side of the leg. Coming back into our pedaling. Beautiful. And now just find yourself walking around to your chair in your seated position as we started our time together. Oh, it just goes so fast. Breathing in and breathing out. Bringing both of the hands together, spreading the fingers widely. Rubbing and creating a little bit of warmth. Reminding yourself of your intention. Now bringing both hands together, prayer hands at heart center, with the thumbs gently touching the sternum. Slow, deep breaths in and out. Thanking for yourself for taking the time out of your busy life to make time for your yoga practice. And thank you for sharing it together with us. It's wonderful to have a practice together that we share in community. It really enhances everyone's experience. We really thank you for that. May you be happy. May you be peaceful. May you be healthy. May you live with ease. May all beings be happy and healthy and peaceful and live with ease. May all of your intentions come to fruition. The light in you sees and honors that same light in you. Namaste.